When summer hits, the ceiling fan becomes the only appliance in the house that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without a single break. We can't tolerate the heat, so we just leave it on. The true cost is hidden in the meter, taking away every hour the fan is in use. The modern alternative is the brushless DC motor, or BLDC fan. These models drop power consumption down to between 28 and 35 watts. Look at this chart. It maps the total cost of ownership over 36 months to answer a simple question. Is the premium 2,500 to 2,700 rupee upfront cost of a BLDC fan actually justified? The red line here represents the standard 52-watt fan. It starts cheap, but the steep climb shows how fast those monthly electricity bills accumulate. The green line tracks the 35-watt BLDC fan. You pay more at the store, so it starts higher on the axis, but the operating cost grows at a much flatter rate. Notice where these two lines cross. If you run your fan 24 hours a day, the break-even point hits somewhere between 18 and 24 months. Past that 2-year mark, the BLDC fan effectively pays for its own operational costs through the electricity you save every single month. Upgrading to BLDC technology is a calculated mathematical strategy to permanently lower your household overhead. To get those savings, you have to change how you operate the appliance. Installing a BLDC fan requires breaking a very old habit. For decades, we've controlled our ceiling fans with the rotating wall regulator by the door. This schematic shows what happens if you try to use that old setup. A standard wall regulator sends fluctuating voltage directly into the highly sensitive circuitry of a BLDC motor. The inconsistent power will permanently fry the motor in months. During installation, the wall regulator must be completely bypassed or taped off. You must rely entirely on the remote control included in the box. If you skip this step, you will destroy your investment. Understanding this technical requirement is just as important as the purchase itself. The market for these energy-saving fans is packed, but testing narrows the most reliable options down to 2 leading brands, Atomberg and Crompton. To cut through the marketing noise, let's look at this comparison matrix, focusing purely on the specs and the cost of their top models. First, Atomberg sells 2 main models, the Officio and the Amas. Internally, these are the exact same machine. They both use the identical 35-watt motor and cost around 2,700 rupees. The only difference is the outer plastic shell design. Atomberg's defining premium feature is a small LED nightlight built into the center, which you toggle on and off using the remote. The Crompton Energeon is built for pure utility. It offers fantastic motor efficiency at a slightly lower price point of 2,500 rupees. The trade-off for saving 200 rupees is that the Crompton model does not include the integrated LED nightlight. Both brands execute the core energy-saving mandate. They are also both inverter-compatible, meaning they run smoothly during power cuts. They also eliminate purchase risk by offering an identical 2-year comprehensive warranty. Since both fans deliver the 35-watt baseline, your choice comes down entirely to your exact budget and whether you want a nightlight on your ceiling. Those required remotes offer built-in timer functions for 4, 6, or 8-hour intervals. Setting a timer lets the fan shut itself down during the cooler early morning hours when you are asleep and no longer need the airflow. If you purchase the Atomberg and you are a light-sensitive sleeper, you will need to actively remember to turn that LED feature off with the remote before bed. Building a daily habit of using these automated shutdown timers reduces your total runtime, which directly compounds the financial returns we mapped out earlier. The required shift to a remote control is the precise mechanism that ensures maximum financial return on the appliance. Let's run this data through a final decision flowchart. The first question, are you a renter moving out in under 12 months? If the answer is yes, stick to a traditional fan. Moving out before the 18-month mark mathematically invalidates the entire BLDC investment because you won't live there long enough to hit the break-even point. If you are a homeowner or long-term renter, your constant usage guarantees you will see the return. So the question becomes, do you want a built-in nightlight? If yes, buy the Atomberg for roughly 2,700 rupees. If no, get the Crompton for about 2,500. Managing that initial cost and mastering the remote functions ensures you stop overpaying for air circulation and start keeping that extra cash every month.